Hi, I'm Stephen Fleener, the creator of the Visual Non-Glossary, and I'm really excited to be telling you all about it. The Visual Non-Glossary is a collection of conversation anchors that help students have structured conversations in small groups using academic language in a rich and equitable way. Let me show you what I mean by that. If I'm a teacher and I ask my students how fossils form, then I might get a variety of different responses. But I'm probably not going to get responses at the depth that I'm looking for, and I'm also probably not going to have an equitable response, meaning not every student is going to be able to make connections without the right amount of background knowledge to be able to answer the question. And also, I'm probably not going to hear every student participating equitably in small group conversations. So I can help that by showing students pictures of fossils. If I go to Google Images and I type the word fossil in, I get a lot of different pictures of fossils. Not this picture, obviously, but lots of other pictures I could show my students. And I would have a better conversation, a richer, more equitable conversation. But I'd still have students who are confused about how fossils form because maybe they just see a skeleton, or maybe they just see a rock. Maybe they're not really sure what a fossil is or how it's formed. That's where a structured visual comes in, and these are the visuals that the Visual Non-Glossary has. For example, for the word fossil, this visual has a lot of structure because it shows a fossil in the context of how it forms over millions of years from a living organism, and also in the context of the geology that contributes to forming a fossil. So students are going to have an understanding of what fossils are, how they form, as well as how this relates to what else they're learning in class. And these are the kind of visuals that are available on the visualnonglossary.com, as well as conversation prompts, 3 conversation prompts at different levels of Bloom's taxonomy that come with each visual, all that have a sentence stem that include this word in it. The purpose of this is to have students think about this word and this concept in a variety of different ways, but most importantly, to have students practice using this word verbally in a variety of different contexts, because that's how students learn and that's how students acquire vocabulary. They have to practice using a word verbally to acquire new vocabulary. So if I'm a science teacher, for example, or if I'm a social studies or a math teacher, I can go to thevisualnonglossary.com and I can start searching for words and the visuals that come along with them. There are over 1,000 words on this website. There's over 1,600 structured visuals associated with those words. And I can either search for a word directly. For example, I can search for absolute magnitude, let's say, and I can see that word directly. Or I can search for a word by filtering by standard. So I can click on filter, and maybe I'm a high school chemistry teacher, and I want to filter for the standard C.4c, let's say. I click Update Results, and I can see all of the words that appear in that standard C.4c. Now, importantly, I can see how this word aligns to various standards according to the TEAC standards, as well as according to the NGSS standards. So as a chemistry teacher, I can have an idea of what grade levels they've seen this word before, and in what different ways. Also, I can see the visual for this word, and most importantly, most excitingly, this is a brand new feature of the website, you can download a slide deck for this visual. So I want to show you what that looks like. It's a pre-made lesson plan that comes available in a PowerPoint, and it has all of the visuals, all of the questions, and the structured conversation already prepared for me. It starts with the warm-up, it ends with extension activities if I want to include those, but most importantly, the foundation of the lesson is a series of structured conversations using different structured visuals that allow students to have really rich, deep, equitable conversations. And I, as a teacher, can pre-plan these conversations by structuring them according to the QSSA process. I've got a question, I've got a sentence stem, I can choose what the signal is going to be the students are going to use to show me that they're ready. Maybe I'll have them all raise their hand and lower their hand when they're ready. I can choose who they're going to share to, their table group, or maybe their elbow partner or their shoulder partner. I can choose who's going to go first in the group. Maybe in this case, it'll be the student with the brightest shirt will go first. And then I can choose how I want to assess. Either have students write their answer down, have a member from each group share, or I call on 2 students randomly. And I can choose this for every single conversation, And also, every single conversation comes with a script. If I'm new to facilitating a structured conversation with the QSSA process, I can follow this script to help me become more familiar with the process. So all of this is available on the on the Visual Non-Glossary website, as well as a variety of different resources that can be accessed that have classroom strategies and tips, as well as free and printable resources. All of this is available on the visualnonglossary.com. I highly encourage you to check it out today, and I hope to see you soon.